welcome in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen here, I'm gonna go share me out. Make sure you go share me out, and I'll be right back. Enjoy the little beat in the back. Hey y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in. I'm not sure who's here. If you come in, please say hello because I'm going to be talking. And let me show y'all. I'm going to show everyone a photo of what we will be talking about or what triggered the conversation we are going to have this morning. So I'm going to show you guys this photo. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry, you guys know I don't know how to. My tech person isn't here, but this. Let's see. Maybe Summer. Can you help me show this photo better on my camera? From your phone? Yeah. That ain't gonna work. Off the computer webcam? Yeah, that's the only webcam I got. Hold on, y'all. Not really. Well, anyway, y'all can see it. See it when I turn it that way. You can see him. Anyway, this gentleman, you could go look him up on Wavy News 10 website. Anyway, his name is Daquan Hill. He's a local pastor recently charged with crimes against children, with crimes, sexual crimes. Hello, good morning, Maxwell John. How are you? Anyway, so what I want to talk about is the fact that this even occurred. Because the fact that he was back in an environment where this could happen again, I'm aware of this person. And this is not his first time or his first victims. So when the church allowed him to operate in a leadership role and ministry setting, they ignored or well, no, they didn't just ignore it. They chose not to follow a court order that states that this man specifically, Daquan Hill, should not I repeat, should not be around children because he's already served a prison sentence for what he did to another youth. Yes, you heard me right. He has already served a prison sentence for what he did to a youth previously whose parents pressed charges. Okay? And what that family went through was next level, because the truth is, we'll get to that in a minute. However, let's talk about what's right now, and then we'll go back to what makes that hold on, y'all. So we'll be back right to that previous case. However, let's be clear, there is court order that he should not be around any children. Period. Okay. However, another church in Chesapeake decided to make him their youth leader. Now there are, when he got, Ginger, please. Sorry about that, y'all. Someone had to come get Ginger. Y'all know Ginger is of age and a little senile. She go to bark and don't even be nothing there no more. She used to say bark like that. Anyway, as I digress. So he, the gentleman, Hill, that I showed you guys, he got out and got another job. And guess where? Da-da-da, a church in the youth group. Just, he's a man of God. Put him to work. Now we have more victims. So I want to talk about why the church would do this. Like, let's be clear. I don't care about the people in the church. I'm talking about the view of the church. It should be different. The church should be safe. It's supposed to be a hospital, right? Okay. So, why would someone, just questions, right? Y'all know I got questions about shit. So, why would someone bring in someone that they knew had a prior history, a prison sentence served for victimizing, harming children? Hey, bub. And you church, you leadership, the church he's attended since he got out of prison. Y'all want to rush him to the pulpit, rush him back to being around children, rush him to get another victim. But let's make this clear right here. You didn't want to even believe. Good morning, Ophelia. How you doing, boo? You did not even want to believe that the victim, the child from before 2017 time, you didn't want to believe him. He lied on that man. That man is a man of God. He would never do that. He is. But the man confessed in court. And let's be clear. The family, I know that family. I know they wasn't lying to start with. But everybody, oh, y'all said they was lying on the young man of God. Now, the judge in that case, he was looking at 44 years, if I remember. Now, y'all know I'm a little ancient, old, so my mind be a little failing me a little bit. But 44 years, I believe. He end up. Okay, thank you, Ophelia. Enjoy cleaning. So, we're talking about a case that is going on right now, and a situation going on right now in Virginia in Hampton Roads. There is a man there. His name is Daquan Hill. It's a black man. I shared this photo a minute ago, but it's hard to see on the computer anyway. In 2017, he had a teenage victim in the church. Guilty, prison, got out of prison, and there is now coming forth more victims because other churches in Hampton Roads who knew of his past and the court order to say he ain't supposed to be around no children put him back to work in a youth capacity. So now we have more victims. So now I want to talk about why the church did that. So a little weird behavior. But we're going to get to it. But I'm personally familiar with the first victim because the family I know and love. You hear me? To my squabble up about love. They were the first to press charges on him for this type of behavior. Anyhow, so he get out. The court order say he ain't to be around no children upon release. His release, what they call it, your release rules. He ain't supposed to be, and Ophelia, real crazy. He ain't supposed to be around no children. The man, since getting out of prison, he has about 7 mug shots online. Let me see if I can find them so I can show y'all the mug shot roll. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find it because I meant to have that already, and I kind of that list of all the photos of him. I got to find it though because it's in my running down. Oh, here it go. This man of God has this many mug shots. Yeah. So he then, after he get his sentences, he get 5 years at the end of the case in 17, right? Do his prison. Gets out of prison. He been arrested for being inside at Norfolk Public Schools because he doesn't care what the court order say, what they telling him to do. He doing what he want to do. He want to be around children, and damn it, that's what he gonna do. So he's been arrested for being at Norfolk Public Schools. And yet you still choose to bring him into your ministry to be an active leader with the youth. What are you doing? What are we doing? What is going on? So I want to talk about why do we as parents blindly trust the church? Why do we assume everybody at the church is a safe person? Why do we do that? Why, as the church, did you choose? See, the thing is, I got questions. Baby, I got motherfucking questions. Because why leadership, church, y'all don't do background checks? Y'all just let y'all pastors, y'all's bishops, y'all's apostles, they just around here hiring anybody without any hiring guidelines. I don't know. I got questions. Like, how the hell our children ain't what? At church. So the most recent incident that the mother posted on social media, and the man been arrested, and as I was seeing it, right? That's how I got the details I have. I don't know this new set of the new things going on. I don't know any of these people. I haven't lived in Hampton Roads in years. So so now a person, I think they came and told their mom that he tried to have them sit on his lap. Young man. He tried to have them sit on his lap. He showed them, the youth church guy at church showed her son a video of him masturbating. Tried to get him to touch his penis. All this at the church. Because the church employed or allowed to be in a role of leadership someone who has a court order not to be around any children. So who is at fault here? The person with the issue or the church? My answer is both. Because they're adults, right? Everybody's responsible for their fucking self as an adult. That's how it works. You're accountable. However, you still are allowing this to go on. So anyway, we're going days and days into this, right? This all broke on Monday, right? So yesterday, a letter was issued, y'all, from the church. A letter was issued, y'all. And I want to read this letter to y'all because this how it should be. This how adults should feel. This what should be going on. So this is from the Dominion Alliance of Pentecostal Churches, from Bishop Darren C. Johnson, the presiding prelate. Okay. He says, it is come to our attention that serious allegations of sexual misconduct have been made against Bishop Jamont D. Gaston. Now, that, my people, was the leadership that allowed him to come in and operate in a leadership role with youth. Okay. An individual previously connected to our faith community. First and foremost, our hearts are with anyone who may have been harmed. We stand firmly with victims of abuse and pray for their healing, protection, and justice. While we respect the legal principle that every individual is innocent until proven guilty, we take the allegations with the utmost seriousness. Conduct of this nature is wholly incompatible with leadership in the body of Christ. Let me be clear, and then therefore he is effectively no longer a member of them, right? Like not part of them, associated with them, none of that, right? The letter continues like 3 paragraphs. I'm not going to read it all because I'm not a member of that, of the all of that. But anyway, so let me be clear. That is the only part of that letter I disagree with. And I understand where the prelate was, where the bishop was writing it from, because he's writing it on behalf of ministry, of the church, of the organization, right? So I get it. However, let me be clear. Anyone with this type of conduct should not be in a leadership role at all. Matter of fact, they ought not even be aligned around people. They ought to be the one. They ought to lock up the key and throw it away. Put all of them on a base that y'all done decommissioned. Put all of them with sexual crimes on there, and let all of them live together, figure out what they gonna do. And we just don't be bothered. Just put a security gate on the day. Like I don't understand. But anyhow, I got questions. We can't do nothing about that. But my thing is with the church, with the leadership to put him in a role, and with the parents blindly trusting. Listen, it's crazy to me how parents are so relaxed when it comes to their children. And let's be clear, I understand that a lot of parents didn't have the childhood I had. So good morning, Karen. How you doing? Welcome in. So I understand we're talking about something that broke in the 757 in Hampton Roads earlier this week. Someone who a church employed someone who had previous charges. They'd previously served a prison sentence for they're on the national the sexual registry. Their court order upon their release was they're not allowed to be around any children. They've since been arrested for being in Norfolk public schools. Then they was in a role of leadership at a church. Someone at the church, a parent has came forward about what has transpired. And now there are allegations against the man that was actually over him at the ministry. So, but I'm talking about why people trust their children just because you at church. Because let me be clear, people have friends. Some people don't believe people do certain things. Some people don't. So because of that, because you can't control, you can look it up. It's on if you look up Karen Wavy News 10 and you look up the Daquan Hill, Hill, it's this week. So it'll be in there when you scroll through Wavy 10 page. You'll see it. But yeah, you can go in there and look. There's quite a bit of information there. There's actually the videos from the mother. The mother actually played the recording where he talked about the son watching a video of the youth guy masturbating. He showed that to her son. Yeah, try to get her son to touch him. All of that's on the video, but it's on the page. I can't play that here. But Wavy 10, I don't know if you can get that information on Wavy 10. However, I know you can get the story and kind of go down the rabbit hole from there. Is where you can look. But Daquan Hill. Anyway, he's already served 5 years. Yeah. And let me be clear. His previous charges weren't lewd and lascivious. They were great. Was on that list from the previous victim. I know for a fact because I know the previous family. He was looking at 44 years for that first case in 17. He gets out of prison and gets staffed at churches in youth capacity roles of leadership. And it ain't one church. Let me be clear. This is just the most recent church where this allegation took place. That is not the only ministry that allowed him to actively operate in a leadership role with youth. Let me be clear, because some of the other victims who are now coming forward are from those other ministries. And there are parents who are saying that those other ministries mistreated them when they brought up what had happened to their child. How old is who, Karen? The person doing the stuff, he grown. Like, I don't know. He's probably in his 30s, I would guess now. Maybe late 20s, early 30s now. He was in his early 20s when the first incident case came out. So he was in his early 20s when the first incident happened. And that's been 17. So 10 years. So I would say late 20s, early 30s, in that age range. I don't know exactly. So why, who all is responsible for this? Personally, every person who allowed him to operate around children. After his release from prison is guilty, as he is. They may as well have harmed those children themselves. Ophelia said, there are real monsters walking among us. If you can, your neighbor, your friend, your family, your pastor, it doesn't matter. It could be anybody. Ophelia, period. Anybody. You never know who it is. However, these people are predators. So guess what? They already got a plan. They're already looking. Hey, PIC. Hey, Louise. Excuse me. They are already looking for the victim. So the letter I was just reading is from the bishop of the overseer of the whole area, that district. I don't know how many of you are that familiar with churches, but some churches, they break down into districts because they're all and so they have a big umbrella, right? Bam. They all sit under that. And then all of these other churches are under this one ministry, right? And they're usually all over the place. So, oh yeah. So the most recent incident, right? The one that the mom came out about earlier this week when she posted a video she posted about Mr. Hill. That's it. We're going to call him Hill so we know who we're talking about. She, when she came out, so the bishop over him at the most recent incident has also had allegations made against him now. Because what's happening now is people are doing an all call for all victims. For anywhere you've seen this man, Daquan Hill, if you know anything, seen anything, or anything happened to you, reach out. That's how bad and how many victims are coming to the surface, y'all. The Commonwealth of Virginia does not have a statute of limitation on this type of stuff. So therefore, all of these victims can now find people who will believe them, because now the victim from 2017's families involved. And so now they're reaching out to people because let me tell you what they went through. When they came out and told the truth about what he had done to their minor family member, they were called liars. They were told the man of God. I see you, Ken. I'm going to get to it 1 second. I see it. They were told the man of God would never. Must be a misunderstanding. You lying. You're just mad. Ain't nobody lying on that man. Nobody. But now, everybody that called them a liar. Now, what? All those church people. When I tell you the attack that they went under, because this Hill guy is well connected, and his family likes to threaten people when they say what he's out here doing. And I'm not talking about just any people. I'm talking about his mom and his grandma out here threatening people. Because y'all want y'all little predator child, y'all little predator ass grandchild out here just hurting people. Let me tell y'all something. That ain't no church. Those people, what? They themselves are predators. Let me tell you what I know. If you know for a fact someone's charged, convicted, is a predator, and you still around here telling other people they lying and they ain't, because them your people, you the problem. You the problem. And I'm going to tell you something. Every person that your people harm, you as guilty as they are, because you the one out here talking about what they didn't do. Church or not. I said what I said. My mom used to always tell me to stay away from strangers, but you never told me not to stay away from my uncles and my cousins. Ooh, Karen. The way this go on in families and generationally, and we don't say nothing. But what the thing is that the church is the same way. The church is full of humans. Like I've never understood that when it comes to church. The church is full of humans. Donald Trump has a title. People on your job have titles. Do you trust them? So why, just because that man, that woman at that church got a title, why you trust them with your most precious cargo? Not that I think the parents are wrong, because listen, I get it. They're going to church. But at the same time, as a parent and as someone who is always on guard, and I know a lot of that is because of how I grew up, you can't trust nobody unless you know you can trust them. You have to know that you can trust them if you want to expose your children to them. And I don't care where they are. Let me tell you something. There are children. Have you heard about Virginia's law? Which one? Or are you talking about the actual Virginia's law? Let me look it up and see. I'm going to look it up right now because I may know and I don't know exactly. So let me see, make sure I'm on the right thing. I don't like to just say stuff. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I do know about, yes, yes. I know about this with the Virginia. Yes, Virginia. See, I'm gonna tell you. That's why I looked it up, Ophelia, because I was like, she talking about Virginia, because I just mentioned about the Commonwealth of Virginia. That there's no statute of limitation in Virginia's law. So I wanted to make sure I was talking about before I said yes or no. Yes, ma'am. I'm very yes, yes, yes. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving y'all around because I gotta move my leg. But Karen, so listen. I don't remember what I was saying, but I'm gonna go here again. We have gotten to make sure that we just can't be blindly trusting people. I don't care what their title is. That's where I was. There's people all around you with titles. Your doctor got a title. The teachers got titles. Some people the principal, some people the librarian, some people got titles. So I don't understand why church titles make people feel like they could be trusted more. Now, they do say the whole God trust them more and is entrusting them more because they got a title in the leadership. But let me tell you something. Don't trust them till you know them. And let me be clear, because I've been to church. You don't know all your pastors. You don't know all them people that you was around. When you go to a church, I don't care if it's a storefront church or a mega church or in the middle church. There's no way you know everybody in there. There's no way you should not always have eyes on your children unless they in youth class. And then they in a big group. Then you bring them up out of there. Listen, I don't play about my kids nowhere. My kids ain't going to your youth group if I'm not free to come in and out how I want to. Now, as an adult, I understand that I can't be disrupting what y'all doing with them. But what ain't gonna happen, you don't run nothing with them. My children went to your youth group like how they go to school. And when you get there, if the people start playing with you, you tell them you ain't got nothing else to say. Call your mama. Don't move from your seat. Don't be alone with them. Don't talk to them. When you get to a point that you'd have to tell them to get your mama, don't say nothing else. I don't care what the environment is. Hold your mule till I get there. Okay. We have got to start being much more mindful of the environments and the people our children are around. This man is on the registry for multiple offenses. He went to prison, did 5 years. Conditional releases state, don't be around kids. And I'm sure some other things on there too, but don't be around kids. He gets out, gets back in church, because remember, he's a man of God. A man of God. Hey, Glam, how you doing this morning, beautiful? We talking about some serious shit in here this morning, but there's something going on in Hampton Roads. And man, just a Cliff Note version, because if I keep talking and don't give it to you, you're gonna be like, oh. But a man was in 2017 a youth pastor, did a lot of things to a child at the time. He was in his early 20s. He went to prison, did 5 years, got out with conditions of release not to be around children. Is number one. Since then, has been arrested for going into Norfolk Public School because he's not supposed to be around kids. And this week, it broke that a mother came forth where he has again assaulted sexually another child, her child, or her son. And he has been in several ministries in the capacity of youth leadership, and there are many victims coming forth now. The reason I know of this case is his very first victim, the one that he went to prison over. That's my family. Like, I love them. Like, they my people, right? So and I remember the scrutiny that they went through when that went down, and how people talked about them, and how they weren't Christian, and they were trying to hold a young black man down. They was trying to go for God and all this stuff. Like, it was bananas, the things that they went through during that trial from Churchill's. His mother and grandmother loved to threaten people. So now they're threatening, but there are other victims now coming forth from the other ministries he has actively been in youth leadership in over the time since this came out. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Hope all is well with you as well. They allowed him to still be around the kids. That's crazy. I hope and pray they do better. So, have a good rest of your day, baby. I love you. So, I have several questions concerning this, right? Good morning, Tisha. How you doing, gorgeous? So, and just so y'all are aware, I just want to give y'all an update on my family. I say my family because we like family. I love them. But when I tell you the first victim, I just want to give y'all is thriving. He is, oh Lord, he is well. You know, he has a very supportive family. He got all the things he needed, and he is thriving. Just an update on the first victim, the one he went to prison for over. Anyhow. So my thing is, I just got questions. One, and let's be clear, if you're familiar with church, you know that a storefront church and a mega church, they not the same. They are the same. They're both the church, but they are not the same. So he has he prefer a storefront church. Anybody in the comments got any idea why he prefer that? A storefront church versus a mega church? I have thoughts on it. I'm just curious if anyone else has any thoughts. My thoughts on that are, a lot of times, those storefront churches are more like small, intimate communities. In a mega church, I'm not sure how familiar anyone is, you know. Yes, the storefront church is a smaller group of people. It's also where a lot of people with some of the worst struggles go first, because they don't want to go to a mega church. Because listen, that mega church, people going to see them, they're going to look at them, but if you go to a smaller church, you feel like you belong more. And the truth is, that is very beneficial and helpful if you're genuine about your process. Mega churches, people get lost, right? It take longer to get found out at a mega church, but it also take longer to find who you gonna pray on next. Because let's be clear, Daquan Hill is a predator. He looks for children to harm. He has proven it by his own history of behavior. So, period. It's proven. And this is for the people that's going to watch this back and have something to say, because they just, oh, he's a man of God. Let me tell you something. When someone talks to me about someone and they lead with they're a man or woman of God, it sends off red whistles. When I tell you, when someone leads telling me about someone and they lead with they're a man and woman of God, baby, I get red flags across the board, y'all. Because let me tell you something. Ain't nobody I know this serving in ministry that leads with they a man or woman of God. Because let me tell you what I know. That'll all come out. That'll all be seen. Because your actions, your characteristics, gonna all line up with it. You ain't got to tell nobody that. Somebody lead with, I'm a bishop. No, oh, you a bishop at work. That is your title. But right now, sir, you just Rodney. I have friends who are apostles. I have friends who are bishops, which those are interchangeable, right? If you understand. Y'all think I called him bishop or pastor when we got hanging out? Absolutely not. You think I say, hey, apostle, when I called him? What? No. I call them by their name. Because that is their title. That is not who they are. Who they are should line up with the title they carry. Anyone with a title is effectively a leader, right? Okay. As a leader, you don't walk around being called leader. It's not how it works. When people think like that, that's a sign that they're egotistical. That is a sign that they don't understand really what gift they have because they're a leader. Because let's be clear, being a leader is a gift that some of us are given. And the reason why we're given that gift is because it's our job to make sure those connected to us push past even where we're sitting. Effective leaders reproduce themselves better. And just because they in church don't change the human. They a person. We put these people on pedestals and we think that's no. Anybody could do anything till you know they can't. Anybody could do anything till you know they can't. Let me tell y'all something. People look at me like I'm crazy, and it makes my life kind of rough at times. Not rough, but it keeps a lot of people from around me. But I don't trust nobody, y'all. Nobody. I don't trust nobody till I know I can trust you. I'm the opposite of most people. Most people are like, I trust you till you give me a reason not to. What? Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not. I don't trust nobody till I got a reason to. Not a need to trust them, a reason to trust them. You have to prove through your character that you're trustworthy. Not through your words, not through just what you do. No, through your character will tell me you're trustworthy. I don't trust nobody. My therapist, we talk over the years. Y'all know I've been in active therapy my whole life. I saw my first pediatric psychiatrist, child psychiatrist, when I was 5. Been in and out there my whole life. I don't need to trust people. They tell me, listen, that's very hard, not trusting people, not do. No, listen, I don't trust nobody till I know I can trust you. Sometimes even then, I have been betrayed. But once you do betray me, you won't betray me no more. Because, baby, listen, we carry your ass over there, die, and leave me alone. That's what I say, baby. I don't give a damn. Okay? But, so, let's get back to the small storefront and the mega churches. So, those mega churches have a lot more things in place. Maybe they're doing background checks. Maybe that now let's be clear. A lot of fuck shit going in the mega church. Let me tell y'all something. If you think for 1 minute the church don't look like the world, you're crazy. The church is made up of the people from the world. We all fucking human. Them people ain't come from somewhere else. And if you a monster, you a predator. Where else can you go and say, I'm a youth pastor, and ain't nobody got no questions for you? I'm a bishop. Ain't nobody got no questions for you. Because why? Because the expectation is that you got that title, you supposed to be different. What the Bible say? Set apart, right? Y'all stop falling for that. You don't know who is where. And I will tell you, there's no question in my mind. I've seen it over the years. It's just this is something that is going on right now, and put my hands on it and tell the story, right? Church is just like your job. Well, most churches. It's just like your job. You know how at your job, they done hired Laura. Laura get to the job, and you know damn well Laura ain't qualified for that position. You know damn well how hard you fought for that position, worked towards that position, studied, passed the test, whatever. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? Welcome in. You know how hard you work for that position, and here the fuck come Laura, who is the third cousin of the manager. So they hired him because the manager mama said, hey, give your cousin a job. That's how the fuck the church worked too. That's my cousin. He could be a pastor. That's my cousin. We're gonna make them a prophet. That's my uncle. He gonna be a bishop or an apostle. That's how it works. The church promote they people. If the church has chosen, which we have the example in front of us right now, if the church has chosen to overlook that someone is on the registry, yeah, Lord, Naomi, ain't it? They'll be in there just hiring their people. And that's how that's exactly how it works. If you know, Naomi. Clock it. So it doesn't matter that he was on the registry. It doesn't matter that, y'all, because I'm not going to get into my people case from 17. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to relive it. But when I tell you, the man was 44 years was what he was looking at because of what he did to their child. He served 5, was released on condition not to be around children, and yet got a position as a youth leader in the church at several churches, because now we have victims at multiple ministries, all storefront ministries. None of these are a mega church, okay? That's why I brought that up when I was talking to y'all. Not that this don't happen in mega churches, but what we talking about specifically today, I want y'all to keep that in mind. Knowing this, because these same pastors are the same ones that called my people in 17 liars. And he's a man of God. He wouldn't have did that. Horrible, Sheila. Grape is on the list of charges from 2017. So he gets out. Now, while he is still allowed to be in these different ministries in a youth capacity, right? In a youth leader capacity, he is arrested multiple other times. I already showed on here on my phone. There's like 6 mugshots for going into the public schools in Norfolk. And you still chose to not let him just attend your ministry, your church. You chose, multiple churches chose to put him in a leadership role with youth, even though the fucking court order, not the court order, his release from prison conditions say, do not be around children. That's why he was arrested for going to Norfolk Public Schools. Because he was around fucking children. And y'all still chose church people titled church people, bishops and apostles. Y'all still chose to place him in a youth leadership role. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And if somebody show this to his mama or grandmama, bitches threaten me because I don't scare easy. I'm in Florida. You want the address? You know people in Hampton Roads that can give it to you. Bitches. That's for his mother. Daquan Hill, that's for your mother and grandmother. And then if everybody else got threats, because, baby, I don't run. Because he is a monster that prays. EYS, not AYS, on motherfucking children. That's what he do. Baby, I don't give a damn about y'all. Because I know y'all up there threatening people. I know y'all did the same shit before. But you know, me and my crew, ain't no bitch in us. We ain't scary. So we gonna do what we not scary. Sorry, y'all. I had to get that out there because they be threatening people who talk about the man of God. Not put your Crocs in sport mode. Baby, that's the funniest shit I heard. I'm gonna ask my husband if he'll put his Crocs. Wait, we don't own no Crocs. I ain't never bought a pair of Crocs, y'all. Oh. Anyway, I done got distracted. I'm just being funny. Woo. But you still chose to put this man in a role of leadership with youth. Every fucking ministry that allowed this monster ass predator to serve in your ministry post his prison release should do every fucking day that he does. You have done as much damage, as much harm, and fucked up just like he has. And guess what? It was all an adult choice that each of you should be accountable for. Because you are adults and you chose to move forward with your choice. In spite of all the information you had. No, ma'am. Y'all are the problem. He is a predator, but he's doing what a predator do. Y'all are the ones who made those children his prey. Y'all did that. Church leadership, apostles, bishops, and prophet. Let's get into this here while we on the people at the church. None of y'all prophets profit nothing. Oh, y'all didn't profit nothing. FIT. So y'all didn't prophesy anything, right? You know why? Because all you there is for a prophet. FIT. You ain't got no discernment or prophecy in you. Another fact is the fact that you are just adults means you should have protected all those children. And you failed to. Fuck your church title. Fuck your church title. Your moms, your dads, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles. And as adults, you allowed this motherfucking predator to prey on them children. What are you doing? No, I can't do that. I don't. What the fuck? No. It's really that simple. every church leader that allowed him to be in a position of leadership and around youth post his release from prison based on those release conditions are as guilty as he is. None of you should have a title. Everyone who gave you your title in ministry should take it back. I don't give a damn. Take it back. And anyone with a title who does not choose to stand with the victims and against the predator and all of those who allowed him access should lose their title too. I don't give a damn. That's it. That's all. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and talk about that because I've been holding on to it all week. It's been a busy week. I know the children was out of spring break, and so I've been busy with them little motherfuckers all week. Then on yesterday, BSB turned 50, y'all. My boo was his 50th birthday, so all day yesterday, baby, we was hanging out. You know, he don't like crowds, whether he know him or don't know him. BSB don't do crowds. Y'all know he has severe PTSD. So he doesn't like a lot, but we was here. We did what we normally do, just something small here. We cooked all his favorite things, smoked the whole turkey. We made mac and cheese and baked beans and beets, BEETS. And we had broccoli and cheese, rice. I forget some corn on the cob. And I made him a pineapple upside down cake because that's what he requested for his birthday. Y'all know I make whatever they request for their birthday. So some of the folks, some of the children like cookies. They don't even like cake. So I'm about here baking cookies. Then some of them like cheesecake. They don't like cake. So I just be around here, baby. I can cook. So it's all right. But yeah, so I made pineapple upside down cake yesterday. And but yeah, y'all, I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to publicly talk about that because I'm on live. You sorry? You just did not make all that damn noise. Sorry, y'all. Like they don't know I'm on live. What, they think I'm just talking to the damn computer screen? I know I do talk to myself, but the whole computer screen. He just woke up, come out here. So he ain't know. Let him know I'm alive. Oh, child. Anyway, like I said, the first victim is family. Like I love him, and the whole family. That's my family, right? And so when this came back out, I did not talk about it then, but then when this re-hit, actually wasn't even doing social media when that happened. I didn't start social media until 2020, and then I stopped, and then I came back officially in 2022. So, hey, Stephanie, how you doing? So when this happened, when this hit real big on the news this week, because this isn't just Facebook, it's on Wavy 10. If you're familiar with Hampton Roads, the 757, you know the news, Wavy 10, right? And that is where you can find like the newsworthy portions of what I'm talking about with Daquan Hill and the church and who all of those things. If there are any, because this will be seen in Hampton Roads, because a lot of my people on my personal page, when I share this over there, they're going to see this live, because right now we're just on my professional pages. So once I will share this specifically to my personal page because I want them to see it. That's why I put that little message in there for his mama and grandmama. And I, and who, they'll see it. But if you are, I just want to put this here now because someone pinned it right, not right here on the screen, but I want to say it right here. If you have been exposed to this predator, Daquan Hill, and you, hey Erica, hey boo, and you or anyone you know has had any unnatural interactions with his ass, I want you to reach out to Ahmad Griffin, AHMAD Griffin. Or you can also reach out to, well, no, just reach out to him. And from there, he could tell you where to go. But he's on Facebook. I will be sharing his page. I just am waiting to get his permission. I don't know him. I know of him, but I don't know him. So I don't want to share his info without his permission. But tell somebody, talk to someone. Please don't hold it in. You didn't do nothing wrong. And I know that you feel like, well, that's the man of God. Nobody's going to believe me. I don't care. Someone does believe you. We know who he is, even though those around him chose to ignore it or participate in it. Because at the beginning of the live, y'all remember I read that letter from the presiding prelate where they have fired the bishop that was over him because there has been allegations against him as well since this came forth. So I'm glad they're doing what they need to do, making actions they need to be making, because this need to be stopped. Children should not be harmed just because adults ain't got no fucking control. It's never a reason, never an excuse, never a thought, never harmed at all is a fucking problem. And yet still his mammy and his grandmammy threatening people. And that, let me tell you, they women of God. God. Y'all see, I ain't say God. I say God. They women of God. They the same William of God that he is the man of God. You understand? So I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to talk about that today because that is close to me. Y'all know that I talk a lot about to victims. I talk to victims of different things, from sexual things, victims, to mental, emotional, because I went through all that. My childhood was a whole mindfuck of harm, pain, chaos, the aura word, just a lot of stuff, violent. So y'all know I talk about that a lot over here on my channel. And so I had to, it was the fact that with the conditions of release, that the church allowed him back in a position to hurt more, to have more victims. Because listen, it's been male and female victims, so I can't say either way, right? That's why I haven't said a lot about male or female. It's both. Like that, he is a predator. It doesn't matter. Oh Lord, y'all, it is so sad. It is infuriating. It is. But the fact the church put him back in that position, knowing, knowing who he is crazy and unacceptable. Very unacceptable. So be mindful, y'all. I don't care where you are with your children. Don't trust nobody till you know you can trust them. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I think me and Sweet Truth are going live later. Far as I know, we are. We ain't talked yet. Y'all know she 3 hours behind me, so it's just not 9:30. Let me text her. I'm gonna text her asshole. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if me and Sweet Truth going live today. I think we are. We said we was, but I'm gonna just ask them. Good. I'm gonna send her a voice note, y'all. I love to send voice memos. Y'all send voice memos. Baby, I love to send me a fucking voice memo. Y'all hold on right there. I'm gonna let y'all hear. Good morning, beautiful. So listen, I'm on live right now because I'm talking about some things going on up in Hampton Roads. Anyway, but I wanted to see. I'm gonna announce that we're going live. Are we going live today? We going live, ain't we? I know we talked about it, but I just wanted to know we going live. She'll text. She'll message me back, y'all. When I tell y'all I love to send me a voice memo, I just be sending voice memos to my friends. They having a bad day. I just send them a little giggle voice memo, something to make them laugh about something. Child, I might be talking about somebody. I might talk about myself, but we gonna laugh. I'll make sure you get a little twinkle in your day. But yeah, so she might not be up yet. Y'all know my friend Sweet Truth, a hardworking woman. Now she works. It works. But anyway, we're gonna be live today. I'm almost sure of it. 4 o'clock Pacific time, so 7 o'clock my time. Y'all know she on the West Coast. I'm all the way on the East Coast, child. Baby, thank you, Ebony. Ebony, you know what, Ebony? I be laughing like I laugh because there is no statistically who I should be and who I am are so far from what is from, and I just be laughing because sometimes I can't believe the fooleries. But I love to send a voice memo. Y'all, when I learned how to do that, to send a little voice audio on Apple, I ain't know how to do it for about 6-7 months now. But baby, I love it. Y'all know I just started using Apple Pay in October last year. I ain't never even tapped my phone. Yes, I love Sweet Truth. See, me and her be having a good time, y'all. When I tell y'all, we be having a little smoke session on the phone in the back. Just me and her, we be talking shit. And we don't talk about nobody y'all know. Yeah, ain't it? Listen, Ebony, I love to laugh. Baby, Ebony, I'm the most bitch you shouldn't be laughing now person you will ever meet. I should not be laughing, but baby, I'm giggling. Baby, I'm in the funeral. Let me tell y'all a story. One time we went, a friend of mine, he was taken. So we went to the funeral. Man, he was a hoe. Okay. When I tell you, it was 6 women in that funeral, 3 baby mamas, and 3 just homie buddies, homie lover friends. When I tell you they was all at the funeral, the baby mamas was sitting with the family, spread out, because they can't stand each other. But it was the other 3. Baby, they was in there. And every one of them knew about the other one. Like, he wasn't no sneaky grimy. Well, I guess it was kind of grimy when you're doing it. But he wasn't sneaky with it. Some jock type shit. You understand? But they was all 6 at the funeral. And I would just a thought, when I seen all of them in there, the funny part was I went to imagining what would happen if one of them stood up and said something. Or if one of the baby mamas, when they passed the body, fell in there, would the other girls go jump on her about their man? Like, that's where my mind went. So when I tell you I was in the funeral like, dude, I just had my head over my mouth because I was giggling so hard inside. Because when I tell you I had played out a whole Jerry Springer scene with them 6 motherfuckers, I played out the whole scene in my mind. I just be giggling. That's how my baby daddy funeral got. Shut up, boo. Listen here, my son's father, because BSB isn't my oldest 2 kids' father. I had them when we got married. And they, my 2 oldest children, and I lost a set of twins. Hey, my Blicky! And I lost a set of twins. All 3 of them pregnancies was a different penis. I don't do the same silly shit twice if I can help it. But my son's father has 11 fucking children. He was in prison for 14 years. So we weren't together when I raised my son. My son was 14 when he come home. So he is 18, so that he wasn't really around, but he had 11 kids. Now, when I had a baby with him, because we just hooked up when I was home, I wasn't with him. I just got pregnant, right? We know each other. So, you go home, you visiting, get a little tipsy. No, tips ain't have nothing to do with it. You just want to, and you do, with somebody you familiar with, and shit happened. I got pregnant. Now, what happened, y'all? So, anyway, you ain't never been on no child support, no nothing. Like, I never put none of my children, daddies, was ever on child support. Ever. Because, motherfucker, they yours. What the hell you mean? How the hell I got to go fill out paperwork, argue with you, argue with them people about a fucking deal? I got to do all of that? Hell no, you can keep your little $3. I'd rather slang pussy for money than bother you about child support, sir. Pert. So but I just, baby, listen, Ebony. But when I had my child with him, he only had 2 older siblings. So my child is, well, actually, when it all come out in the wash, another girl was pregnant with his twins while I was pregnant with Jonathan. But I knew that's who he was. I was the same way, so it ain't matter to me. I just got pregnant. Well, what it was. But yeah, no, but that's it. My daughters have 9 kids. You got 9 grandbabies. Ooh, Ebony, I know you love life. Listen, I got 5, Ebony. I love it. I only got 1 granddaughter, though. The rest are boys. Didn't even like, baby, we couldn't even, I wouldn't have went to dinner and a movie with his ass, but I did. And I did get pregnant. Wait a minute. As a matter of fact, I don't think he and I have ever been on a date. Ever. Now, my daughter's father and the twins that I lost, their father, I dated them. But I ain't never even been on a date with my sons. I don't even like him. Like, I would rather bop him in his head than talk to him. I still talk to him. Like, he still come over here. Him and BSB are homies. Like, him and BSB talk about me. About how mean I am. But what the fuck ever. But, you know, her dad. Oh, her dad. Okay. Okay. I read it now, child. Sometimes I be a little slow, a little remedial. Y'all know we can't say that other R word, so I'm gonna start calling folks remedial. I'm wanted. Oh yeah, Ebony. One thing about me, listen here, I might do a lot of silly, Simple Simon ass, whole ass, what the fuck type of shit, especially when I was young. I don't do all that no more. But what I did not do was do the same stupid shit twice. Oh, Blinky said, hey, y'all, she over on YouTube. Hey, Blinky. Listen, I'm not gonna do the same silly shit twice now. I try to avoid dates. Okay? But no, baby, I don't give a damn. People like, oh, how many baby daddies you got? I'll be like, more than one. Oh, she only 7. Ebony, look at me. I thought you was up here in the 50 crew with me. Okay. Oh, Ebony. Lord, no cheering for at least 20 more years. Give us 20, little mama. Give us 20. Do it. Oh, and I'm just crazy. Look, child, don't let me misread something. I told you how my mind worked in that funeral, right? How I had that whole Jerry Springer moment in my own mind. I'm telling you, baby, I read something real fast. I go all the way left with it. I be off in, baby, it be unicorns. It be Mary Jack. It be all type of shit in the where I'm at. But it don't be nothing you really said. I be trying, but when I read stuff, it's how it come to me, baby. I be all in it. 10 toes. So if I misread it, the whole storyline be wrong in my mind. The whole storyline. But anyway, I enjoyed y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate everyone that came in and came through. I know I haven't been going live, but Real Life Talk with April, we coming back. And I'm going to be going live. I'm just trying to work my schedule out to where I can be consistent with it because you know my schedule is very hectic with Zane and with BSB and all the appointments. So I want to make sure, because that was what happened before. It got to a place where I couldn't keep up with the schedule I had set for myself. So I have to be mindful of what I can and can't do and just be honest with myself about it. I work in SPED and we be in meetings and I be saying that R word. They slipping out. They be look Ebony. I remember I said something the other day in my daughter. Oh, 40. Okay. 46. Oh, you was a geriatric pregnancy. Oh, You know I'm a doula, Ebony. So I love pregnancy. But okay. But you know what? A lot of people say that, and I don't say bye 3 times, but y'all know I'm gonna say bye about 10. So just sit down, hold your hat, don't put your hat on yet. Um, I I don't hate it. Yes, I think about that. Like when I raised my children, right? Zane and hold on, y'all. I had to move over here to put my phone on my laptop on the charger. Um, when I had my kids, it was a little different because my first baby was born in 97. So that's when I had my first baby, was in 97. And so hey y'all, I'm here. So when I had them, I was in my early 20s. Like I was 20 when I had her. And I'm like, darn. But then Zane is 12. So he, I was a little older, and I feel like I got much more patience and understanding now than I had in my 20s. Graduated high school in 96. See, you ain't had to say that part, Ebony. Ebony, you ain't have to put a story with my age. Why you do that? Ebony say, I'm just joking. I really don't think thinking about it, y'all. Just being funny. Oh gosh. But I really feel like I have more like patience. Like I know more about me, so I'm a more effective parent. I really think that there is a difference and they're different because Zane has multiple neurodivergent diagnoses and multiple things that he deals with. So it makes that side of it makes it different too. But I could not when I was in my early 20s, if I would have had a child with the needs that Zane has, is I would have made it happen just because of the type of woman I am and as a mother. But when I really think about it, it's like, how overwhelming would that have been with who I was then? Figuring it out. So I'm not opposed. I have had and currently have a geriatric client for my doula service. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not impossible, but I love it. But I think sometimes it just makes more sense to parent later. All of us, baby, some of us is crazy in our 20s. But yeah, okay. I love that. But yeah, it's definitely different parenting now than when I was in my early 20s. Night and day. In me, I'm talking about for me as a parent, like how I feel or see, or like I don't have the energy I had the first time around. This time around, I'm very give them what they want and don't let them cry type of parenting. Back then, I was you crying ain't never killed nobody. It's crazy, but it's the truth. That's really like for me, like when I look at things, because I'm one of those people who always self-reflect. I always self-reflect and I always try to go back and compare myself because truthfully, if you're not doing any self comparing and self-regulating and all of those things, you can't be the best version of yourself. And I'd be like, damn, or something happened now and I'll handle it. And I'll be like, Chad, I'm glad that ain't happened 10, 20 years ago. Because I wouldn't have handled it that same way. So you really think about it as you grow. So yeah, I love it. I love that. But I won't forget no more, Ebony, that you were born. You graduated in 97. My daughter almost get anything because I don't want to hear it. Period, Ebony. Ebony. Real time. Like that's really like you get and listen, don't let it be one of my adult children that got Zane in a tizzy. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Give him what the fuck he want. Where you wouldn't have let us. I don't give a damn about what you would have done. You was grown now. What I say? Don't make him holler. And Zane 12. But I ain't lying. I don't play them kind of game, baby. Whatever, just don't bother me. Oh Lord. But let me tell y'all. Ooh, I got to say this before I get off here. Yeah. If y'all was over there to Blicky, to my Blicky and Purple, the twins, 2 girls, 1 Mike. Baby, we laughed yesterday. We laughed yesterday. And I'm just gonna leave y'all with what Theotis say. You ain't did a doggone thing until you stand up in it. Y'all ain't got good sense. Oh Lord. Now let me ask y'all this for y'all that was over there to my Blicky and them. Y'all exactly get to him right now, Ebony. Let me ask y'all. Hey, other April. Listen, this week been crazy. Yesterday was BSB 50th. I'm cheering out for fucking spring break. I'm gonna get with you. I have not forgot, Mama. And I did see, but I was in bed. So I didn't see it till yesterday morning. But I'm gonna get with you. I have not forgot. But no, y'all, other April. Let me tell y'all how I fucked around and seen that. It was a humble. Listen. But I seen it nonetheless. Not that's how you got pregnant. They stood up in it. But it's a video of maybe in her birthday suit, other April. I swear for God. And let's be clear. I have worked in labor and delivery since 1999. And now I'm a doula. I've been a doula for 23 years this year. And I ain't never seen no motherfucker look like that. That had to be, I don't know, but other April, it was something. I ain't never. But what I also want to say, other than, and so other April, I quoted Theotis. Cause baby, ain't no way no regular dick working. It child, mine ain't never looked like that. I can't unsee it, Ophelia. Cannot. Cannot. And I just want to say, ain't how in the hell? Now I done peed outside squatting. How the hell you pee with your knees locked? Just standing up pee. Listen, Chat GPT crazy as hell. But I just want to say, y'all, I don't never got to see nothing like that, never, ever, ever again in my life, and I'm okay with it. I don't ever listen. I don't even got no Twitter. Yes, yes, yes. She was urinating while standing. Other April. Nah, I think you're supposed to squat. What? Oh, my little freckle. That's what that is. I didn't know what I was looking at. Got me nervous. I want to look and see the spot on my head. But yeah, y'all. So, oh, and I know there's a lot of talk about Married to Medicine. Y'all watch Married to Medicine? I'm gonna be quiet now. I gotta bleach my brain cells immediately. Listen, y'all watch Married to Medicine? Cause listen, we all different. We all have different boundaries. We all have things that we will or will not put up with. But first of all, me and oh so I would never, let me tell you something. Dr. Jackie, as much as I appreciate what she does professionally, Dr. Jackie is someone would never be in my circle. Like I may do the Met Gala, I may go, we may be at similar events, but other than speaking and continuing to move, I would never fuck with Jackie or Heavenly. Those are two people since I started watching the show. Now I ain't never missed an episode. 12 seasons, I've never missed an episode. I even watched Married to Medicine LA. I ain't missed them episodes either. Y'all know I love petty TV. Love it. I would never be friends with them because Dr. Jackie and Heavenly have a history seasonally of not being accountable or not being mindful before they say or do things. I personally was happy. I think that Simone has been one of the most open people ever on Married to Medicine. Now, she done some shady shit. You know, when they went back to where Dr. Jackie husband cheated on her for the couples trip. That was crazy, Simone. But I don't know if the network chooses the place, because let's be clear, the network's who's paying for the getaway, for the couples trip, or if Simone actually picked that spot. Yeah, Lord, Ophelia. Yeah, Lord. So I don't know, because I don't know the how that happens or works for any of the shows. I don't know. I know Bravo probably pay for their trip, but I don't know if they pick where they go, right? The location. So the destination. But listen, I just want to rock with them. If I had a friend group, Simone would be on the homie team. Toya definitely. Mariah, I would bring Mariah back for my team because I loved me some Mariah. But what people don't like about Toya is that Toya say what she want to say when she need to say it. People seem to forget that her and Eugene have been together their entire adulthood. They know each other so well. What y'all see is disrespect or whatever. That don't mean that's what that is. Because I know damn well I tell BSB some shit fast. And he know I don't care where the fuck we're at or who's around. So you, sir, should not give me a reason to have to gather your ass. If you don't want to be embarrassed, where we at? Because you know, show as you know me, and anybody know me, ain't nobody gonna play on my top. I don't give a damn who it is. If I think you're trying to be funny, bitch, I'm gonna be funnier every time, not sometime. And that ain't based on who you are. Everybody get it. Because that's just how my mind works. So I don't know, but I will say this. Dr. Jackie husband ought to just hush. Because we saw where he snatched Toya on his lap. My question is, let me tell y'all right now, if me and BSB, because you know we got adult friends and groups and couples we hang out with, and some couples we travel with. If we was all kicking it, and one of they motherfucking husbands grabbed me above my hips and pulled me on their lap to sit on their lap. When I tell y'all BSB, I would have to get him out of jail. Because he's going to nut up. But so, and at the same time, me being the bitch I am, I might have hit him in the face with the plate in my hand. Because I'd have been like, what the fuck you putting your hands on me for? Because I don't like that. But see, Toya might not got the same triggers I got. So it didn't trigger that response in her. So I can't charge that to her because that wasn't how her mind told her to respond. But for me and my family, me and my husband, we'd have turned that bitch upside down. Period. Right? And so now we're back. That happened like 4-5 seasons back. Now we at season 12, and y'all bringing up that shit again with what Curtis said. Why are we bringing that up again? Ain't nobody do shit then. Eugene ain't say nothing. Toya ain't say nothing. And Jackie, here's why. Let me tell y'all another situation. If BSB was to pull another bitch on his lap, first of all, he could have put his hands. Let me tell y'all something. If BSB would have grabbed, let me tell y'all. Let me back up so y'all can see me real good. So I can. If BSB, come here. If he would have grabbed another motherfucking woman, I don't give a fuck who she was, like that right here, and pulled that hoe down on the lap like this here. When I tell you, I'd have bopped him and her too. I would have nutted up. I don't know why Jackie ain't say shit. Or Eugene. What you would do if a man did that to me? We was on a couples trip and a man grabbed my hips like that and pulled me down on his, like, you remember how Curtis did Toya? That's what we talking about on Married to Medicine. Now, he be watching with me, y'all. Kinda. But what you would do if somebody did that to me? Okay. See, I told y'all what was gonna happen. Because I know. Baby, we don't switch up around here. We regular smeddler. Exactly, Naomi. Ain't built like that. We all different. But when I make my little reels talking about how I feel or what I would do, this the perspective I'm coming from. Yeah, he an Aries too. April, hello. Us Aries built different now. Now he a little calmer because he a March Aries. So he don't wear his crazy like a t-shirt. But he got it. Yeah, they ain't built like that. But so that's what I'm saying. When people are talking about that Toya disrespected Eugene and their marriage is such a mess. Let me tell you what I know because I'm married long time. Marriage A marriage that doesn't never have any is the one that's unhealthy. Ask your psychiatrist friends. Ask your counselor. Because in a marriage, see, me and BSB are best friends. When I tell you BSB know everything, BSB know everything. There ain't never nothing I've ever said on this motherfucking internet he don't know. Nothing. Nothing. But we disagree. Because we each are comfortable being ourselves. He knows he can stand where he want to stand, and I'm going to respect that, but I'm going to say what I need to say. It ain't personal, but I'm not finna hold on to it. There are times when men, the incident that happened at Toya and Eugene's house, they were sitting outside by the pool. And they said Toya was disrespectful. She shouldn't have talked to her husband like that. What shouldn't have happened is them bitches shouldn't have got involved. Now, I did not say they shouldn't have said nothing because this happened in front of them. Hell, everybody that saw what happened got some fucking opinion. That's what happens when shit happens outside, right? And not in your room. Okay, so that's the part that it happened in front of everybody. Toya didn't have a right to get mad at anyone having an opinion. However, to have an opinion and to feel like your opinion matter are two different fucking things. You can have a motherfucking opinion, but that bitch ain't gotta matter. So, cause it might not matter, you don't be bothered because I don't care what you got to say. But in that scene, if you watched it, because I didn't just watch the reunion, I actually saw the episode. Because for those that don't know, when you're researching and studying, no matter what it is, I don't care if it's what it is, from religion to science, you got to know the who, what, when, where, and why. You know the 5 W's. You want to know that before you start forming fucking opinions. Because until you know those things, you don't really know what the fuck going on completely. But anyway, so I watched the episode. Toya had told Eugene 3 other times before she got a little bass in her voice and a little aggression in her tone. That's her and Eugene fucking business. That's their marriage. If I want to talk to BSB like that and he want to just look crazy or talk back, that's our business. And if we choose to do it in front of company, you just got lucky and got a little show this time. Like, but to say because of that their marriage is in trouble, they probably have one of the healthiest marriages on that show. Same for Simone and goddamn, what's Simone Whitmore's name? What's her husband's name? Shit, I'll think of it in a minute. Come to me. Their marriage is what it is. The fact that Simone got overwhelmed as women, how do we not understand that? When Simone sat at that table with her husband and their children and said to them, "No one cares about me. I'm over Cecil." That's it. Cecil. I do too, Naomi. And let me tell you something. I knew, you remember, because like I said, I ain't never missed the episode. But do you remember early on when Cecil quit working? And the stress that marriage went through then? Now, you know, she said, oh, wait now, Blanche. She said that about Eugene having us seasons ago. They were all the girls hanging out drinking and they were talking about it. And she just said that he had that. She didn't even say that like in a mean way. Hey, my purple. She didn't say that when that initially occurred, when that initially happened, the conversation, she wasn't saying he got a little penis like he got a little penis and can't satisfy me. She was saying that because the other women were having a conversation about their husbands, and that was what she said about hers, because she told them they'll never know nothing about her man. So she did not say that being petty when that conversation initially happened 3-4 seasons ago. So see, that's it. A lot of this stuff is coming back up that was just funny and jokes then, and now they twisting it. Just like I saw the episode where Curtis pulled Toya in his lap. I seen the intentions. I seen how it happened. And I also know that ain't nobody say nothing at the time it happened. So why now, 4 seasons later, we got a problem? Stop talking about it, because ain't nobody do nothing when it happened. So that was what happened. So Toya did not say, my husband got a little penis, like he ain't satisfying her. See, that's the twist that they're putting on it now. But because I saw the episode it occurred in, I know that that wasn't the context of what she said. And if y'all think Toya disrespect Eugene, y'all would be livious, mad at me if you ever heard me when BSB get me right. I'm going to tell you now. Because I ain't taking no shit or biting my tongue for nobody. If me and BSB are hosting something, see, some people ain't married and some couples don't host things at their home. But when you host something at your home, there's a whole game plan. Exactly. They keep bringing it up, but Toya didn't mean it the way they keep bringing it up now. All of them. Because this conversation happened the season Curtis cheated on Jackie. Disrespect is disrespect, but I'm going to be honest. If I'm sitting around, we on a couple's trip, and me and the girls are all sitting around talking, and they talking about, I don't talk about fucking my husband. I'm going to tell you, he got a little dick. He don't lick. He don't do nothing, baby. If we start talking about that, but I'm going to tell you about BSB. Because I don't trust nobody. Period. I'm not going to talk to you about me and my boo in the bedroom. So if that's what we all talking about, you come to me, I'm going to tell you some funny ass shit. So it wasn't disrespectful. That's the thing. They have turned it into something else. But initially, Toya wasn't being disrespectful. So that's crazy. That's, to me, is as crazy as the fact that Jackie, Eugene, or Toya didn't say nothing when Curtis pulled Toya down on his lap in front of everybody. Everybody was sitting in that room. They was eating, talking. Toya was walking past him, and he grabbed her hips and pulled her on his lap to sit down. And ain't nobody say nothing. See, that's why I would have razzle dazzle. Go, baby, why we put hands on each other? Why Toya actually said would change his penis size. Nah. Curtis is a piece of work with a high weight. Curtis, listen, I'm going to tell you something. It ain't came out yet. But we may find out Curtis cheating on Jackie again. Cause Jackie attitude this season was very similar to the season before when we found out he was cheating. Well, they did talk about the change of the size, but I would have said the same shit about BSB though. That's what I'm saying. I would say that if we talking about sex and all of that, I would never tell nobody BSB put it down. No, bitch. I don't. I'm just here. I just wouldn't. I would never have that type of conversation with. There's not a woman around me I would talk to about that. None. So I think that whole conversation when they had it was out of pocket, right? Because I just ain't gonna talk about that. Not about my husband. But when we plan an event, we're gonna host something at our home, right? We go into it with a game plan, right? Me and BSB done had a conversation. This what we gonna do. I done planned it out. We gonna do this, to this, to this, to this, right? We gonna play a game. We gonna eat first. Hey, sis. Hey, peaches. So, right, exactly. It's still early for you. So, when we have a plan of what's going to happen. So what I need from BSB, because when I go into hostess mode, that's what I'm doing. But I also want to talk and hang out. So when BSB know it's time to transition to the next thing we going to do, right, that we done planned and talked about. Just because you over there with the fellas kicking it does not negate what we talked about. So I see you over there with your fellas kicking it. And this just me and my marriage. You do what you want with yours. That's your business. I'll never get involved in it. I would have never said nothing out loud at Toy and Eugene house, ever. I wouldn't have said what shoulda, who, or what could have done what. I'd have kept sipping my drink and got me something, a charcuterie or something off the board, and I would have just sat right there. I wouldn't have been uncomfortable. I wouldn't have nothing. I'd have minded my motherfucking business. But see, a lot of people in America can't mind their business. That's the problem. But we all here to watch. So, baby, light it up. Do it up. They get checks because we watch their storyline. So, please do all the bullshit y'all could do. But back to me and BSB and how it work in my house. Because this has happened, so I can talk about what really happens. So, and I say to you, hey, it's time to do, I don't even remember what she had told him. I don't even remember, child. But I say, hey, it's time to ABC. Exactly. If he all right with it, ain't my business. Right, sis. Because I don't think Toya talked to him wrong. I'm going to be real clear. And because I done talked to BSB Worsa. I promise y'all that. And I ain't finna fucking lie. I'm talking about last week Worsa. I'm not talking about 6 years ago. I don't give a damn. What? We done talked about it. What the fuck you forgot for? So, he said to her, she said to him, it's time to whatever. 10 minutes later, he's still over there talking with the fellas. Like, you don't know what we doing. I understand you having fun, but this is our home. We're hosting business. We hosting the event, right? So the people at our home, why are you my husband? You my partner. Why are you still sitting there? Get the fuck up. See, I wouldn't have said all that was said. I'm going to be real clear. I'd have been like, I'd have called him by his first name. I'd have been like, BSB, what the fuck are you doing? You know it's time for us to do whatever. I don't want to keep talking about it. Let's go. See, that's what I'd have walked over there when he was with the fellas, and that's what the fuck I would have said. Let me be real clear about what I would do and what BSB know I would do. So, I feel like Toya was right. When they opened their mouth and got involved, which, let's be clear, if you're doing it in front of people, that could happen, right? Because everybody ain't gonna mind their business. But remember, Toya's the same woman who keep her children, her home, and her husband together, and he ain't home 5 or 6 days a week. Yes, he's working, but she is a single mom while he gone. And she's still hosting so y'all can kick it with your homies? Motherfuck you. BSB, get your ass up and get it together. See, some people ain't never been in some of these situations. Some people ain't never been married. Some people ain't never been in a long-term relationship if you're not married. Because some people live together 50 years, baby. And listen here, their relationship is as solid as mine and BSB's. I don't care what nobody else say to what the fuck I said. So, what you say, Blicky? Hold on, y'all. Let me read this. I would fact is she talked to him that way on him. It ain't my business. Hello. I would have minded my business too, Blicky said, but I don't think that changes the fact that even Eugene says to Toya, she has to stop disrespecting him. That man works hard so she can live a certain life. If I was Toya, I would have been pissed too. I just would have handled it differently. I would have went to him and to let's go. Come on. But see, I wouldn't have. I'm going to be, you know, and we're all different. But I stay ready to squabble up with anybody. So if because the first 2 times Toya said something to Eugene, she didn't talk to him crazy. She just said, "You ready? We got to da-da-da." And he act like he ain't moved. I'm telling y'all, I would have walked into where BSB was sitting and said, "What the fuck?" Real simple, real easy, 2 words. Well, 3 actually. I mean, that's just me though. But every woman ain't gonna act like that. Every man ain't gonna act like that, right? So Eugene, I ain't never heard. Let me think now before I tell. But I can't recall Eugene ever telling Toya he felt she disrespected him. Now, I know he has said to her, "Why you talk to me like that?" Or whatever. But even after the incident that happened at their home, he never said she disrespected him. Now, the ladies say they felt that she disrespected him. And people feel different. Like, listen, everyone has different triggers, right? And different things. So some women, their husband don't even joke with them. Because if he says a joke a certain way, hello, Kimberly, how you doing? If he say a joke a certain way, it offends her. There are husbands who don't like their wives to drink in public. That ain't my business. You got to let the marriage do what the relationship do what the relationship doing. But I promise you, Toya and Eugene are too open and honest with each other for their marriage not to be healthy. You may not agree with how their marriage is healthy, but that really ain't your business. But while he's working, think about that though, Blicky. While he's working and providing that life, she is a single mother. She have her own businesses. She have those boys, the house. Everyone talks about how immaculate she keep her home. All of that is a lot. I'm not okay with it if she does me that way. Peacher said, I started reading it myself, y'all. I'm sorry. She said, I don't agree with calling my spouse out in front of people because I'm not okay with it if she does me that way. Okay? So I can't do to her what I don't want done to me. That's my business and preference. Exactly, sis. But sis, you know, first time you met me, you done seen me be a little snappy. I don't care. Don't make me. And I'm the type, if this way it happened, this is where it happened. I don't hold on to stuff. I'm not going to wait till we get home to talk about it because I might forget. No, we're going to talk about it right now. Why you did that? And another thing is they ain't been married. They're kind of like us is. We've been married long enough that we know each other, right? For instance, Blicky, you've been in a relationship long enough. You know each other, right? That there's a vibe. Unfortunately, because everybody's business when it's on the show to the public. Now, it doesn't mean it matters in their marriage. Exactly, Blicky. And it don't affect them. You ain't never heard of issues between Toya and Eugene ever. Between seasons, during the season, any of that. I have, but I didn't get in your business either. Exactly, sis. Which, listen, because the thing is, people forget that we're individuals. We are still individuals when we get married. We don't change who we are. That doesn't go away. So that's why some people marriages don't work. Some people marriages are contentious because they don't understand one another and have a clear understanding. Do you think BSB likes when I get snappy? No. But like I be telling him, you think I like that you didn't just do what we talked about? Or I felt that you dismissed me. Because if I've asked my husband, or me and my husband have something planned, and that changes, or you don't want to do it that way, or anything like that, it is your adult responsibility, sir, to let me know. Because if you don't, I'm going along with the plan that was already in place. And vice versa, right? A healthy marriage is a marriage that communicates the way both parties need, or a relationship, right? Period. And I honestly think I think everybody, Heavenly, Jackie, Curtis, Demond, they want to keep all the noise on Toya and Eugene and Quad because they don't want us looking and talking to them. Because I'm telling y'all, if y'all go back and watch back when Curtis was cheating on Jackie before, the Jackie this season, very similar. Very similar. Also, Curtis. Now, I know Kenya and Quad ain't together no more, but I'm not finna brush this part under the rug. Curtis! That's right. Communication is a part of healthy relationship. That's right, sis. Curtis! I don't think the motherfucker ever stopped cheating. Well, agreed. So, first of all, let's be clear. Anybody shocked that Kenya and Quad aren't still together? Did you watch the fucking season? That man was fed up with that IVF when they was on the phone. Episode, what it was, 3? When they was on the phone with the doctor. He was over it. He was over it when they was talking about it sitting on that bed in episode 1. What? Not only that, at the end of last season, season 11, when they got into it about him moving to her home or her moving to his home when they got married, when her girlfriends were over and they was all in the pool. The way he responded to that, baby, King been checked out. Child, I don't know what y'all expected, but back to Curtis ass. When he said to King about the Bible and living together, not married, and all that shit on the cup of shrimp, I wish one damn means would have checked Curtis' ass out loud. How in the hell, with your history, Curtis, you gonna tell them what he shouldn't be shacking up? They need to get married because they trying to have a baby. Baby, I about fell out on his cheating ass. I was screaming at sis, you know I'm over here cussing, telling his ass all type of shit. Good morning. Yeah. Listen here. I ain't know what the hell. Then ain't nobody again. Much like that incident. See, I'm a see something, say something type of bitch. Delilah said something with the Toya situation when he pulled her down on his lap. I'd have said some shit at the house when Toya and Eugene got to it. I'd have said some shit on that beach when he would talk to me. When I tell y'all, Curtis' level of entitlement means he's a habitual cheater. I don't care. Believe what you want to believe, but wait and see what I tell you now. As far as Heavenly, listen, y'all. I don't know what they got that we don't know yet. But Damon's sick of her. Let me tell you something. He is very secretive. Very. And I'm going to tell you something else. I think he, as a husband, does Heavenly a disservice. I would never expect BSB to let me do some of the shit and say some of the shit I've watched Heavenly say and do without checking my ass in front of everybody. I would expect that. Heavenly crazy. And I agree with Toya. I would never vote for her fuck ass. Ever. Why I felt like that too. I was like, he over Heavenly. Yes. Yes. Let me tell you something. When in your marriage, you go to keep it secrets for your children from your spouse, it's a real fucking problem. Listen, our children know. You tell me or your daddy, bitch, we gonna talk about it. Sorry. Not sorry. Heavenly, y'all, I don't know if y'all just watching Heavenly or if you watched all 12 seasons, but Heavenly got some real unhealed issues that she is in denial about. Because Heavenly, since the beginning, since she came on, because Heavenly went on season 1. Okay. When she came in, it's a lot. And the only person around Heavenly know how to deal with her is her goddamn daughter, Amara. What her name? Amara. I don't know. Her daughter. She the only one know how to handle her mammy. Because, baby, she'll get her together. And she been getting her together since she was a little girl. But, y'all, is y'all watching? Because I can't wait for the reunion part 2 because I want to see the men's. I wait for all the reunions to come out so I can watch all of them together. I don't like watching part 1, part 2 of the reunion because I don't watch the whole season. So I don't the reunion. I wait till all the reunion parts are out to really watch it. I just be talking shit because I've done watched all the seasons, so I already know what the fuck going on. Shit, cause she just like her, ignorant. I think she a little different. She don't bother nobody, don't bother her, but she damn sure get her mother together. But y'all, listen, let me tell you, as women, we have to take the time to the women that sit around me that are in that I love, that are on my team. I know them. Right? Like I don't just assume because I'm this way over here, I'm be this way with you too. Everyone is different. And you have to learn that. Right? Now, I'm not saying that you should be up here being disrespectful. You should just be doing stuff, or you shouldn't be talking about it. Because listen, once it's put on TV or the internet, once it's public, it's just that public. Like everybody gonna talk about, everybody gonna have an opinion. But if you look back over all the seasons, the marriages that have been consistently the same, whether they up, down, or whatever, Toya and Eugene, Simone and somebody said his name up here and I done forgot again what his name. Cecil. Y'all hold on. Cecil and Scott and Contessa. Those 3 marriages have went through shit in front of all us over the seasons. And they still managed to come back together. Thank you, Sid. I had to think. I be forgetting their name. Come back together. It's been consistent. We can see it. So I understand that what you see, what you hear, make you feel a certain way. But enjoy your opinion and all about it. Because, baby, we all got one and it's fun. I like it. Like, I like to hear different perspectives. Like to see, when sis come in here. Like she said, I have seen it. You be a little snappy with BSB. However, that ain't what I'm going to do. Because that ain't what works for my marriage. Blicky, that ain't what works for her relationship. She don't like that. She don't understand that. They're talking about, like she said, they're talking about his penis side. That, like that was a little different for her. For me, that would have been my answer to any question about BSB. If y'all ever ask me about BSB, I'm going to tell you ain't shit. I'm going to tell you the truth. That is my go-to answer about that when it comes to him. I ain't talking about it because it ain't what you need to know that for. Why you want to know? Because I'm side-eyeing you because we having a conversation about my husband's business. See, that's how I think about it. I'd be like, what the fuck? Why you want to know? It ain't shit. That's my baby. I tell some shit real fast. And I've always been that type of chick. Yeah, because you want to get customer. Serious. I don't want to have a group chat with my sisters about sex with my husband. I just, why would you talk about it? Specifically. Now, we can talk about sex of others, but I'm not going to talk to you about BSB. I'm not. It ain't shit. Like I said. I don't care. So I think that they continue to throw stuff at Toya. I think that them bitches are real mad and jealous that Toya pulled off that Met Gala by herself because they all had something to say. And see, let me talk about that real quick. That's how they do. This is why I don't. Y'all, y'all hear them talking about they set her up to teach her a lesson. What? We grown ass women. You not my mama. What lesson you need to teach me? I ain't like that. That is very petty. Hey, Emmy, petty and childish, and it's a red flag of those women's intentions towards you. I don't care. I said what I said. Don't ever try to teach me a lesson by setting me up because you think I'm gonna fail. And I did. I was successful. Pulled it off. Was what it was. I give her credit where credit is due, but I do not like her amongst some of the others. Toya, listen, Toya is one of my favorites. I love Toya, Mariah. Some of y'all might not even remember Mariah, but I love Mariah. I love Contessa, even though she sometimes get on my nerves. I love Contessa because Contessa just a bad bitch. Ain't none of them fucking with her. They know better. Anyway, I like Contessa. I don't really care for Scott much, but I do like Contessa. And let me see who else I really like. I am not a fan of Mimi. Professionally speaking, some of the things Mimi do give me the ick. Like, I don't walk around, even though professionally I'm a doula, I don't walk around just giving all my pregnant friends advice. I don't insert myself because I may know what they're talking about with my professional opinion they didn't ask the fuck for. I look at it like this. Ain't none of my friends paying me for my service, so I don't look at them professionally. So that sit weird with me. I don't professionally, just because she professionally is a psychiatrist. Actually, I think she's a psychologist. I don't think she can prescribe meds. Anyway, I digress. I think she's a psychologist. Um, it ain't your business to psychology everybody. You know as good as I do that professionally it is unethical for you to even counsel your friends professionally. You're not supposed to do that. So some of the things she do give me the ick because it's just strange behavior. I wouldn't do that. That don't mean other people. It's a lot of people that their profession is what gets them in rooms. What they do professionally is what people keep them around for. So I get it. It go, but for me, that's what makes us all different and what make being able to have all these conversations amazing because we don't all agree. And I love that part. I love that somebody looks at something and sees Toy and Eugene and thinks their marriage is going to fail. Cool. I got questions. Why do you think that? And if what you say ain't really factual, I'm going to get you the context that is factual. Good morning, Mary, so that you can be informed like everyone else. Not to change your opinion. That's your opinion. You entitled to that. I don't do. I ain't give you no money. You feel how you want to feel about it. That's all right. Cause none of them motherfuckers is giving me no money. I don't care how you feel about them. But I'm gonna tell y'all that people out here ready to squabble up like they know these people. They ready to act like this ain't public TV, like this they real families. They real, like they really know. I hope again, I say this every time. I hope again y'all realize we see what they want us to see. If you want there's no way you see everything. So getting mad because somebody disagree with you is a little bit of crazy. Okay. Okay. All right then. Y'all have a great Saturday, and I'll be back live later with Sweet Truth, I think. I'm almost sure. Let me check my phone. I'll be right back. Remember, let's send her that voice memo. So anyway, we'll be posting later if we're going live. Keep your eyes open. Oh Lord, that light is bright when you sit down. Hear that camera adjusting. Child, but y'all have a great Saturday. And listen, we're gonna be talking when we get back to going. Like I said, real life talk with April's coming. We're gonna be going live more in the mornings. I'm gonna be going live and chatting. However, I can't wait to see y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye, sis. I love you.